Test into it.
Test, mic. Check, mic. Check. Sibilance, check. Mic check, bitch. You're on the microphone.
Oh shit, my bad. Hello everyone, this is Urka, and this is my dad.
Hello.
Aaron.
I am AA Ron.
Yes, Aaron.
This is my first podcast.
Anything.
First ex-Momo content
Yes.
ever produced by myself and or the two of us. Well, you've done your own stuff, of course.
A little bit. But now he's in on it, bitch. Okay. Light this up.
Okay, we're going to do, you ever seen Drunk History?
Oh, a little. I'm kind of. Like, I've seen a little bit of it.
Tonight we're doing Stoned History.
Stoned ex-Momo history.
Yes.
About ourselves and with each other.
Yeah, and this is, I can't believe I'm actually doing this. Can you imagine me 10 years ago being like, yo, let's smoke up on TV?
Yeah, on the worldwide interwebs. But good thing this should be legal. Private property.
Arizona, yeah.
It's one of the only good things about Arizona. In my opinion.
But I thought it would be super fun for us to do something that we would never do otherwise.
Yes.
When we were in the church.
Yeah.
Do you know, incidentally, the first time I ever smoked up 8 years ago, guess who smoked me out? Don't say names. You know who?
Yeah, I know who it was.
Yeah,
I just saw their daughter for the first time.
Okay.
Like last week.
So let's not out them. But he's a believing, practicing member in good standing.
Yeah, except for the fact, oh my god, the smoke is gonna go to the camera. Except for, I talked to their daughter, who I shall not name yet, but she just sent me and she told me she asked me like, how do I get my records removed? I'm like, I haven't even done it, but you totes my goats can. I know you gotta go quitmormon.org. And then when you submit that, you still gotta get signed, or like you gotta get it printed out, whatever, something, and then get it notarized. And she's like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, no, I'm for real. So she went and did that, and then she okay, I had to, oh, I can't read her response. Oh yeah, I can. I can read her response over here.
Oh my
because
God.
This is what she said to me. It was so juicy.
So,
she says this.
I mean, what other church do you know of? Do you have to get a lawyer?
Only
you have
J-Dubs.
to contact a lawyer to get your name off their records.
She says I forgot to send this, but I had my resignation notarized and sent it out to the members' records. Excuse me. The notary at tags and titles is super Christian. So she was looking at me sideways, and I was like, "You want my $10 or not?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, bitch, that's rad." I said, "I wish I could have been there to see this hoe's face." It was pretty great. Thank you for sending the info. I feel so relieved now. But no, I thought that was hilarious.
That's awesome.
No, but she told me.
Good for her.
Yeah. I think these certain people are
But
not
think about
really
that.
in the church anymore anyway.
Could be.
No, I mean, because I talked to her. But,
You mean as like that they're non-literal believers?
yeah, but apparently they're... No, it's just sad. We shan't go more about them. But finish whatever else you want to say about it.
No, I just thought that was kind of interesting how my first foray into cannabis use came from a true believing Mormon.
Well, wasn't
at the time anyway.
Oh my god, who knows what this is gonna look like because all the smoke, god damn it. No, at least we'll do the entire video. Fuck, I was just gonna tell you. You said about
that.
Stop. That can't be bitch. Wasn't. Oh my god, I lost my train of thought. That's fucking stupid. Oh, I'm saying the cognitive dissonance is real, whatever.
Oh.
Isn't that the right term? Like, they're like, I can find justification in this because I'm using X, Y, and Z ways, and I'm not enjoying me being stoned. I'm using it for medicinal properties, but let's be real. Everyone fucking likes getting high off of weed. When you smoke, you're like, damn, I feel good.
No, so he told me, when like the first time he told me about...
No camping.
Thank you. The first time he told me about his usage of cannabis,
Yeah.
He popped out his phone and started quoting, started showing me different studies and things on on how how cannabis is really good for certain conditions and things.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's like the word of wisdom, every herb. And he's like, Heavenly Father's not going to give us something that's not good for us, or, that doesn't have a use. And that's kind of how he rationalized it. And he had a prescription for it. And,
which is fair.
And,
I guess if you want to do
the stake president knew about it.
Oh, I mean, did he still have the priesthood?
So what?
Did he still have the priesthood?
Absolutely.
Oh my God!
This is the issue with ecclesiastical roulette.
Well, yeah,
you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, I guess that's fair, because I was like, I can't believe they didn't take it away, because I knew some of the people who, like, their parents drank, so their dad couldn't have the priesthood.
Right.
Which I thought was funny.
But yeah, it was fine. It smoked me out, and good grief, we had a great time.
Hell yeah. But yeah, no, first time I smoked weed was with an ex, and I was so stoned that I was like, no way, this is real. This is the shit you see in the movies. And then I ate a mango. I got way more high. And I just danced. And then I was like, oh my God, I can't smoke with you yet, because you're already smoking weed, but I can't smoke with you yet. And I remember I was smoking in the bathroom one time, and you're like, and you said, I smoked it because I was like upset.
When you were living with me at the apartment?
Yeah, and I was like all pissed about just so many things. I'm like, I'm just smoke by myself like a moody teenager. And then I'm smoking in the bathroom, the door closed, and you're like, hey, it's fine if you smoke, just don't smoke shit that smells like, or don't smoke anything that smells like shit. Or at least smoke some better smelling shit or something. Like, it didn't smell good, and because it was some jank weed.
you were smoking that ditch weed with the seeds and shit.
No, I don't. I wasn't smoking shit with seeds. That's only Mexico. That's only Mexico. They give everything with seeds.
You know what's funny about that? I was used to smoking fairly potent stuff here, in the U.S. Went to Mexico. The first thing that happens when you get there, of course, is you have the vendors come around offering to sell you weed. And so we buy a little $20 bag. And the $20 bag is the same size as the $50 bag, just so you know.
Yes.
Okay. So we get a little bag, and it's got seeds and stuff, and it's really full of stems, but there was, we had plenty to smoke. I lit up a joint, and from this ditch weed, and holy shit.
It got you blazed?
Blazed.
Who knows what they put
Blazed on the beach in Mexico. That was a beautiful day.
We haven't talked about the psychedelics yet.
True that.
Yeah.
But it's interesting for me, cannabis has been, the first time I smoked up, I remember thinking to myself, why is this bad? Like, why is the church so against this thing?
Everybody used to grow hemp back in the day.
Happy and relaxed, and yeah, and it didn't have THC, of course, but
no, they still growing it for everyday use because it's it's just sustainable.
It was a law to grow it in Utah.
It's such a sustainable plant.
The best rope.
Yes, except for when it gets wet.
But so anyway, I was just saying that cannabis has been a revelation to me, if I can use that word, because it has really changed my relationships. It really enhanced my relationships in a big way, especially with my parents.
Oh, I know. You're more present with them too.
Yeah.
They're 91 and 91.
Grandma will be 91.
Okay, so 90 and 91, yeah.
Yeah.
There's some boss
They're both basically 91.
Basically, yeah, Grandma says whatever age Grandpa is, that's what age she is.
Huh.
I think she said some shit like that one time.
You got the best Grandma and Grandpa in the world.
No, they're pretty fabulous. really accepting despite everything.
Yeah.
Growing up, starting in the 30s, all the way to now, seeing segregation, seeing all these other things. But just...
The Great Depression.
Well,
Let's start there.
Well, they were born right as it's like the very beginning of it, though. They were infants.
Yeah, Great Depression started in 1930.
29.
That's the stock market crash, but the Depression came shortly thereafter.
Right.
So, yeah, Dad grew up in the Great Depression. It was like a decade long. It was like all through the 30s.
It's a fun time to be alive.
You know,
it's a fun time to be alive.
They've seen the wall go up and the wall come down.
That's true. I almost saw a wall go up and go down too with Trump, but too bad his never started though. Pussy fuck.
Let's not get political now.
No, we can. See, they covered the mic. Damn it. If you're Trumpy, you probably won't like this place. But it's okay. I
Listen, here's the thing.
I don't
look. Politics is everybody has their own politics. It doesn't mean they're bad or immoral. And
sure.
It's important to note that, and there are a lot of good people out there who are Trump supporters and who, are doing their best to do the right thing in life. Sometimes that stuff can be fucked up, but it doesn't mean that they're bad people, and we can still be friends with them even if they do lean a certain way politically. You might not.
I don't feel all the way, and I don't feel all the same way as you do. Only because
I'm sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just like, because if you're just like talking about basic morals, there's like the kind of person that he is and what he reflects and everything that he stands for, and if you're behind him on that, I don't want anything really to do anything with you.
No, that I understand what you're saying there. I'm talking about people who back him politically because they liked what he did as a president in terms of domestic and foreign policy and economic policy, etc.
No, that guy can go suck.
You see what I'm saying?
Sure, but
he can. And it's like I said, dude. Look, I've been on the other end of the political spectrum. I've swung, from one side to the other, and I look at myself, and my political views, and my best friend was as far left as you could go, and I was far right libertarian, basically, and we were still homies despite.
Let go out.
Sorry. We were homies despite our political differences, and
that was before Trump.
And though, after too. The Obama for conservatives was a fucking nightmare.
I mean, that's true. I mean, I remember even in school, but I guess I was a child then.
He was terrifying. We thought, oh my God, this guy is going to totally undo America. Like he's going to go so hard left. We're not even going to recognize this place. I was
as
just
everybody
like this,
feels
just
now.
the typical hysteria. That
Fox News likes to feed too.
Yeah. And I listened to a lot of conservative talk radio. Good God, and because it was super entertaining. I was on a team, it gave me something to think about, something to cheer for, and in the end, it was all damaging to me.
Yeah. I think it
was a massive time suck, and it was Anyway. We're digressing, but I just wanted to make that point.
Sure.
That you can still be friends even when you disagree on shit, because you have each other's back. I got neighbors. My neighbor next door to us, he knows where we are politically. We know where he is, and guess what?
Don't care.
Don't give a fuck. And I know that guy would do anything for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
So
that bitch
that's what matters to me. I don't, anyway, I don't want to get off on too much of a tangent. But. So where did you want to go with this today?
Well, I don't know. I mean, We can go several ways.
What did you want to talk about when you you brought me on?
That's a good question. I guess I also want to see. I think people also want to know what it was like for you to peace out at 42, and then. Well, I guess a little bit before that. Obviously, like honestly, it's just back history.
You want to just hear back history?
Yeah. So the peoples know. Obviously, I know, but they don't know all the way, because there's some people who probably will watch this who knew us obviously in real time then, and can see how everything has unfolded the way it has, because I've had some of y'all, shout out, to share that, like, oh my god, I remember talking about this at the time when we were 17 or whatever, you know, talking about how rebellious it was to like drink coffee, you know, and then this slowly, you know, it was like baby steps, but like how you obviously you changed your identity, but for the better. But yeah, so like, so go.
You just want me to talk about my faith transition?
Yeah, but like how it was as a kid, the shame, guilt, those things. God. So, but like, I know, I know.
Trigger warning.
Yeah. So, I want to get to the nitty gritty.
Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Who is this?
Who is this? Aaron. Aaron.
Aracion.
Yeah. Aaron Hollinger.
Uh-oh. I said my name.
Yeah, but they...
It's all right. I'm just joking.
Oh.
I don't think hopefully my job won't see this.
Even
if they did, I don't think
you can do anything about it.
They don't drug test. It's legal what we're doing, so
we're at home. Yeah.
Not on the clock. I haven't even started yet.
Same, and I haven't got hired anywhere yet.
Smoking is not a crime.
No. But vaping should be. Fuck, look at us. Okay.
Couple of addicts.
Yeah, just a little bit. So, you were born, you know, I mean, you can share your age, obviously, because the years maybe matter, the timeline matters.
Yeah, you want me to say how old I am?
Well, yeah.
Is this what you're getting at?
Yes.
You want me to tell you how old I am?
You can tell everybody
on
else.
Camera.
Everybody else.
I'm 51.
Yeah. Okay. So, you were born in 1971. So how is it like in like when it comes down to culture, Mormon culture, everything, because you were in SoCal, spoil fuck, like all those things, because you definitely benefited off of white privilege too, but like
absolutely,
but not knowing it necessarily. But
I had no idea.
No, of course not, because no one's there to point it out. If you're surrounded by all the same kind of people, how the fuck would you know?
There, to give you some perspective, at my elementary school, there were no black students until I was in like third grade, maybe third or fourth grade, and it was one family with like 2 or 3 kids. Yeah. And there was one. That's like the mid 70s. One Indian boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like from India. Okay.
Yeah.
We're
not.
We're pretty PC here.
I'm not that old.
No, I know you're not. We're clarifying for the audience so they know that we're PC. You PC, bro?
PC SoCal.
Yeah. PC AZ.
PC Mesa.
Yeah. PC ACU. Paul, what's up, bro?
No. I try to be sensitive to people and cultures and respect them. Because also respect is very important to me.
Because also background, my grandparents, your parents had lived in other parts of the world, and so they had some culture, they were able to travel, like they knew what other places were like, and not just the one place they lived their whole lives, because they didn't live in one place their whole life. Like a lot of people from their era, they picked a place to settle down and said, "That's fucking it." And they're like, solid. So now that it's they weren't typical in that way.
Right.
But yeah, so you're born in Oregon, but I'm telling them that, and then you're born, and then you live in SoCal.
Yeah, my first memory is moving to California.
Okay, word.
I don't even remember anything about Oregon.
Okay, word.
Yeah.
So.
2 years old.
Okay, so now you have how many siblings?
4.
Okay. And where are you in that line?
I'm youngest of 5 kids. I have 1 sister and 3 brothers.
Yes, and the sister is the second oldest, but the older sister carries the whole family.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're a baby, and I was the baby too. So, but not anymore. So, what? Okay, so keep going. So your child moved to SoCal.
Moved to SoCal. My mom puts me in swimming lessons. I learned how to swim.
I don't need to know the swimming lessons.
What?
We don't need to know swimming lessons.
I'm just telling you, it was a great memory.
Oh, if it's a good memory. Oh, okay.
That's one of my earliest memories.
Oh, sorry. I thought
we were doing history.
We are doing history. Okay. I was like, are we going to do every nitty gritty?
No, we're not going to go that in depth.
Okay. Just had
It's
a check.
fine.
Okay.
It's
So keep
fine.
going. Okay, sorry. Keep going.
No, it's and I grew up just having an awesome childhood for the most part. Awesome parents. My siblings were good to me for the most part. My brother John was
He's a dick.
He liked to tease me a little bit.
Put some dirty socks in your mouth.
He's 5.5 years older, so you can imagine what that was like.
Yeah.
No, different story. That was Rick. Anyway.
Oh, that is so funny. Dirty socks.
I'm gonna do that to him right now.
You totally
He's a
should.
good man.
But don't matter. I mean, how many years ago was that?
It was a long time ago.
Exactly. And that motherfucker has how many grandkids? 7?
8. Rick has how many grandkids?
I think he's got 7.
Yeah, he's got a lot.
Motherfucker is crazy. So,
imagine how many John and Sonnet are gonna have.
I can't even. So, but listen.
And others, John, Holly, Sonnet.
So yeah, because his brother John got married to my aunt Sonnet, and they had 8 kids. They did the whole thing, and so now but then they got divorced, but there's still like a fuck ton of them. So, and London is shout out. She's my cousin. She watched this, so she watched this. So, but you're also not getting into the other nitty gritty. Your childhood was good for the most part, like as far as like your environment, but like, I got to talk about like what it was like being in church all throughout your childhood. What was like, because everything else, those parts are nice, obviously, but like, what are the not so nice parts?
I think I started experiencing real shame around age 8.
Word.
7, 8, I started experiencing a lot of shame around sex and sexual feelings, and didn't know how to masturbate, which fucking sucks.
You just like you had the feeling, but you're like, I don't know what to do about it.
I didn't know what to do with it, except just like think about it all the fucking time, you know, and then, discovered myself.
Yes.
At age 12, and that's when a lot of the shame really started. A lot of the self-loathing. Before it was just shame, it was fear of getting caught. Then it became fear of getting caught and fear of going to hell, and
it's just so stupid as like an 8-year-old.
Fear of separation from my family forever.
But, I was the same age.
Just thinking
anyway.
I was, Book of Mormon teaches that sexual sin is second only to murder. So I was like feeling like I'm pretty close to being a murderer. That's how bad I should feel about this thing that I can't stop fucking doing.
Yeah.
So church continues to gaslight kids, telling them not to do something that they're going to do.
And at the time, all the more, I think recently this changed, so I give credit to this part, but I know the church, you never had an adult in there when you're with the bishop or anything. There was never an adult present at the time, was there? Do you remember?
An adult present in my interviews with the bishop?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, or like any time for like a temple
I was
recommend.
always alone.
Yeah.
I was always alone.
I always remember being always alone too, but I got lucky with the roulette. So, as far as I remember there's some things I blocked out, but as far as I remember, I don't have anything like that. But
worst bishop I ever had?
yeah.
The last one. No, sorry, second to the last one.
Oh.
It was same ward. The new bishop came in.
Bishop M?
Yeah, that
We'll refer to him
guy.
as that. We'll refer to him as Bishop M.
I'd like to... Anywho.
No, I would... If I saw him in the flesh, I might just slap him.
Peace and love, bro. I'm out. It's all good now.
Go ahead and put me in the temple row. Pray for me, I dare you. And it's also... Didn't Sister M tell you that she put you on the temple prayer roll? Well, yeah, when I didn't want to be like at Mutual, I was feeling all those feelings as a 14-year-old. I think is I don't want to be here, but I kind of do. I don't know what my place is. Who am I? And all these other kind of shit too. And like I'm not feeling it. I don't like the group of people necessarily. And then I'd be just wandering the halls, and she'd come hunt me down. And then she's like, should I imitate her voice or no?
I'm not sure.
What are you doing? Where are you going?
No, let me do it.
Okay, yeah, you do the best.
Erica. Erica, where are you going? What are you doing?
Yeah. I put your name in the temple prayer roll.
Your name. Dude, she's the Mormon Tammy Faye Baker. Shout out.
It's just woman cry every 5 minutes. I don't know if it's
all the time.
Like if I thought I had mood disorders, nah.
No, but our SD Bish, do you remember he couldn't keep his voice from quivering?
Oh yes, also
every single time
like,
he spoke.
Don't get me wrong. It's like I don't.
It was like he was just triggered. It was like this. It was like a performance. Like he had to do it.
Yeah.
Or else
it wasn't gonna be sincere.
Gonna be sincere. Yeah. Thank you. Yes.
But he was nice. Otherwise, as far as I saw,
he wasn't bad.
He's like a decent guy. Like roulette.
Ish.
Yeah, for me, it's from a child's perspective.
Yeah, from adults.
Of course, it would be different.
He's a weird dude to me.
Yeah, they're like...
He seemed uber depressed.
Most bishops seem to be. Shout out, you can make it. You don't have to do it.
You don't have to do it. Oh, God, you don't have to do it. It's awesome if you don't do it.
You can say no.
You can say no.
You can say no.
This
always.
is a thing.
Which I've done once. I've rejected a calling. Have you ever rejected a calling?
Did I ever reject a calling?
Yeah.
No.
I just realized we totally forgot to keep going back to your childhood.
It's okay.
No,
this is all part of it.
You're right.
So I started experiencing shame over that. I had a foul mouth.
When did the foul mouth start?
8.
Oh my God, no way. Mine was until 12.
Yeah, mine was at 8.
Okay, mine was delayed. Okay.
And I'd go through phases where I wouldn't cuss, and I'd try not to, and I wouldn't like go off around my friends too much. It was more by myself, I think.
That's hilarious. Aaron and me and you time, whatever. Mm-hmm. You yourself and I are like, motherfucker, bitch, damn shit, and titties.
I see how creative I could get with the string of words I put together.
Yeah, see, I know exactly. That's why I just did what I did. Because I was like, that's exactly what I fucking do. Look at my head. I'd be just like, I would curse at you guys in my head. But I would never say it out loud by myself. I could do, because I could do that in my mind anytime I wanted to. So if you guys told me something and I was just so mad in my head, I was like, damn them. Damn them to hell. Because I wouldn't use all the words. I was just using those words.
You watermelon fucking cunt.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I have to pee. I'm gonna go pee real quick.
We got a pool.
Shut up, I'm just gonna pause it.
Pause.
Goddamn hell.
I think I need another drink. How you doing? Huh?
Do you need another drink? Okay.
We're on again?
Yes, okay.
Part 2?
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, we didn't even say the date.
We don't need to.
No, I think that's important. I think it's part of history. So.
Oh my God, I'm so weak because...
What day is today?
January 20th, 2023.
January 20th, 2023.
Yes.
And where...
You do this ever since I was a child. I literally can't even right now with you. Okay, shut up. Because your time, like, the camcorder was out, you'd be like, all right, the day is blah, blah, blah. We're here in XYZ. There's Nico and Erica. Look at, like, they're having a really good time. And then, and there's the lady. And we know we're getting ready to go somewhere, and there's our dog Scout. And this is me holding the camcorder, okay? And you still do this shit to this day. Like, it never changed.
No, this is my first podcast, so we have to say the date.
Okay, we said the date.
Yeah.
Okay.
So part 2.
I mean...
So, let's skip ahead, right? I mean,
Okay,
I was...
shame and guilt, 8. 12, you get the priesthood. What happened? You're able to go in the temple.
Oh, yeah.
They ask you, like, do you masturbate?
No, they just talk about, do you keep the law of chastity? And some bishops...
Would pry?
You know, most of mine didn't pry too much. It was just like... It was the guilt trip of not being honest about
same.
everything with the bishop.
Same.
So you felt the compulsion to confess all the time. But you also would fight it, or I would fight it constantly. You know, how much do I share with the bishop? How much do I have to share? How many times do I need to go through this with them? I really don't want to talk about this again, you know, and it's just...
Which is a yearly fucking thing.
You start developing weird ideas about sex, you know, and anytime you silence somebody, you know, I think is damaging in a lot of ways. You know, but I was super Mormon. Like our family goes back to on both sides. Grandma and Grandpa goes all the way back to the very first days of the church.
I have referenced this before, but it's true.
Yeah. And so it was my culture, my tribe.
All you knew.
Everything that I knew was my whole worldview, you know, was seen through the lens of the church. When it came time to go on a mission, I really didn't have this burning desire to go, but I knew that it was something that I had to do.
It was expected of you.
It was expected of me. And if I didn't go, people would, you know,
ask
think
questions.
of me differently.
Especially
you know.
at that time. Because at the time it was like 1989, 1990.
I wouldn't be blessed with a hot wife, you know, if I didn't go on a mission.
Right.
And, you know, just
Sorry.
the typical stuff that most missionaries go through or used to go through at my age.
Also, on top of this, ADHD is strong with this one.
Mm-hmm.
No meds.
Woo.
So, also, context.
Yeah, at the time there was no pharmacological intervention taking place.
No.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yes, that was.
You
So
know.
to add to all the other things.
Oh, yeah.
Essentially, if it's not piquing your interest, why it's like so hard to engage. All the more when you're not medicated.
I was depressed a lot as a kid too, honestly, even though like I had every advantage and, you know, had good people around me. I struggled a lot with depression.
Feelings of self-worth.
Yeah.
Or like self-worthlessness.
Just the self-loathing.
Oh, no doubt.
It became really, really strong in my teenage years.
Yes.
You know, and then leading up to my mission and everything. And
Which you didn't party or drink or do. He didn't do anything.
Nothing.
He was like uber straight, and that's when we say he turned 18. Really, when he was 42, and so I
had my first beer at 42. Yeah.
So
my first, and my first. Ooh. And first, right?
Yes.
And first time, getting stoned was age 42 as well.
Yeah. At 16 with my marijuana.
I know. Aren't we insane right now? Are we crazed with reefer madness?
I mean, I like to smoke weed every day, but no. I'm a pretty capable person.
it's such a non-issue. I just don't get the hysteria.
I know, same.
over
Anyway.
it in places like Utah.
So, you on a mission where?
Brazil.
Stupid. And I like to tell people.
And I spent 4 months in Alabama.
And drink it later.
Yes, it was an experience. 4 months in Alabama in the summertime. It was rough. I liked Brazil a lot better.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
No, but
And it was great. I had a good mission. I was district leader. I was zone leader. Mission president wanted to bring me in as an assistant, but I was like, no, I want to stay out in the field. You know, I was wanting to preach and do the work and work my way to heaven and feel really good doing it. Get lots of people into the church, and I did.
You're a great salesman.
I am.
Yeah, always
At
been.
least I used to be. I don't like doing it anymore.
I know, but you have the skills. You had the skills for days.
I have pretty good skills.
Yeah, me too. I learned a lot of that shit from you just watching. So, yeah. But as I say, because I also forgot, because this is an important part, because to go on your mission, you had to go through the temple.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was before they put, you weren't as naked under a poncho, whatever.
Oh, yeah, I was naked under the poncho.
I know, because they changed that shit, I think, in the early 2000s or something, I think. If I remember that correctly. Might be wrong. But when they changed it, whatever, so you're not so naked, you're not all the way naked underneath. Getting sexually assaulted every time you go into the temple. So you what happened? Who was there?
When I went through the temple?
Yeah. And
My mom
how old
and
are
dad.
you?
I'm 19.
Okay.
I'm with my mom and dad, and it's 2 days before my mom's birthday. And I get in there, and my dad was my escort, and we separate. The men go to one locker room, women go to the other, and we get dressed. We have our packet. And I'm like, what is this stuff? and,
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, what's in the box? What's in the box? Yeah, you don't know that movie?
Is it the one with
Seven with Brad Pitt?
What's in the fucking box? It's that one, right? It's that one, right? I see the
with
meme.
Kevin Spacey. Oh yeah, it's probably, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I haven't seen the movie, but I know the meme.
I was like, what's in there? And so we get in there, and they start saying, the loudspeaker comes on, and they give you this little spiel about, you guys are all doing this stuff today of your own free will. Anybody who doesn't want to do this can get up and leave now. But you have no idea what you're going to be promising.
And you're also like, why would you back out? It'd be so hard to back out if all these people are surrounding you. It's like,
there was no way I was backing out.
I
wanted to back out. I wanted to get out.
You must do it.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to get out, but I was like, okay,
this is
I guess I'm all in then.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Here we go. And so